my name is Sylvester, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And if you could consider hitting that subscribe button, thank you so much. It's incredibly helpful for me and the other teeny tiny little micro channels out there. If you like independent voices, it's really what we need you to hit that subscribe button. And I want to show you my appreciation, because my appreciation is actually genuine, and I give stuff away each week on this channel. What I'm giving away this week is freaking awesome. It is The Curse of Fenric, a fantastic Doctor Who story, 2-disc set from 1989, starring Sylvester, McCoy, and Sophie, Aldred. A particularly good story, I would say. It's a special edition, so you got like a movie-length version as well on it with new special effects, which I quite like. A lot of people hate them. I really like new special effects in the DVDs. But again, that's just me for you. All you need to do to win it is subscribe to the channel. Subscribing being the important part. And by the way, you can also hit the like button as well. The like button and the share button. That's fan-dabby, double-dozy. Subscribe to the channel. Leave the hashtag love. Love was the secret message that was in The Curse of Fenric. All the instructions are in the video notes. Also in the video notes is my contact information if you ever want to get in touch with me. Plus, there is, for anybody who doesn't win, there is a free download of an audio Doctor Who adventure starring Nicholas Briggs from the 80s by a team called, a fan group called Audio Visuals that later grew up to become Big Finish. It's a really fantastic story. Go ahead and download it. I hope you guys enjoy it. I will probably do a review of it sometime this week, but I've got to do the review of the one I put up last week as well. So I don't know. I've got to get to it. Anyway, it's that time of week again. We've got to talk about the Doctor Who ratings, and they are not good. They are not good at all. Well, yeah, good is a relative term. For me, they're freaking brilliant. I'm so happy that they're doing so badly, and you know, I really feel badly that I'm happy they're doing well, because I never root for anything to fail. Yeah, I never root for people to do badly, but this is just great, because it means that this era of Doctor Who, which I just find hateful in its very, very core, is not popular. So yeah, my worldview is being confirmed by it being not popular. But it being not popular is denying the worldview of some of the evangelical zealots that support this era, you know. And I'm not talking about your normal fans who are like, it's okay, the writing could be a bit better. I'm talking about the foaming at the mouth Twitterati who like really need this to be a success in every way, shape and form, and cannot cope with it not being a success. And they are in deep denial, baby. They are, firstly, ever since it's been doing badly, they've been very, very big on Facebook, on Twitter, you know, saying it's the greatest thing ever, yay! Because it's not. You know, when people start to scream more, they're being bonkers. You know, and they come up with so many crazy excuses, and they ignore so many things. They like to pretend that the best they'd like to compare Jodie Whittaker's season 12 to season 10, because that was Capaldi's lowest rated episode there. But even that episode only like dipped down at one point to the depth of season 12, and you know the average is still way high. The average for Capaldi for season 12, I believe, is 6.2 million. The average, and again, the average for Whittaker, being really generous, using the L28 ratings, which I'll talk about in a second, is 5.95, which is a significant drop. I'm sorry, losing 200,000 people and continuing to lose them is a significant drop. So, you know, and I mentioned the L28 figure because they like to glob onto that, saying, wait a minute, you're comparing what's called the 4-screen figures, which is how they get the final ratings nowadays, to the L28, which is 28 days later, how many people have watched it. Turns out they only did the L28 for the season 10. For season 9, for season 8, I know they use the 7-day consolidated ratings, which shows a pretty different picture, which is why I'm really, on this video, I'm really comparing seasons 8 and 9, Capaldi's first two, to Whittaker's first two, and it's not a favourable consideration. And they come up with all kinds of denial. They deny that Doctor Who has been made in made into a ideological political weapon to deliver propaganda. You know, to stealthy, which as I say it sounds so crazy, but it's really what I think they're doing. They want to do this crazy social engineering, which is why I think the British public is switching off, because, you know, if you've got to scream that you're not a racist, if you've got to scream that you're down with the LGBTQ, then you're probably not. It's always amazing to me the people, the Twitterati, the blue check Twitter mobs, the people they venerate, they love, always end up having this like weird, this weird view on like skin color and racial like was it Justin Trudeau, who's like the poster boy for these Twitterati? They had what, 2 or 3 pictures, different pictures in different locations of him coming out wearing blackface, and he's like, "Oh, it's a just a joke." Okay, I've never even occurred to me in my life to wear blackface. It'll just be a weird thing to do. So I think they're just weird, crazy people. So they'll do all kinds of things like that. They'll say Doctor Who. No, Doctor Who's not ideologically driven. Of course it was. The whole function of the season finale, the whole function of the Timeless Children was to dilute the evil white maleness of the show and the character. That's why, there wasn't colourblind casting with any of the pre-Hartnell Doctors. It was the United Colours of Benetton, so you could get applause. So you can get worthy applause. Everybody go, "Oh, how brave, how stunning." That's what. And the thing is, they don't even care about the causes that they're screaming about. What they care about is that applause, that worthy applause, and it's vile. Not only that, they just made the character of the Doctor into this idiot who's also cruel and cowardly. I mean, I can't stand it. Oh my god! They'll completely ignore that Capaldi was on Saturday night, not Sunday nights. Was often in like a far less viewed time of the year. Wasn't in this cushy Sunday night slot, sandwiched between 2 shows that get higher viewers, and dips every time Doctor Who comes on there. They'll ignore that. They'll just and even if you go through everything with you go through freaking everything with them, each one of their objections, then they'll just come up with something else. So because you're not dealing with sane people, you're dealing with fundamentalist zealots. That's who you are, and they are just never, ever going to concede the point that the ratings do represent the reality that this era of Doctor Who is not very popular. So let's start looking at the actual numbers and the actual ratings. So let's start moving over here so I can pop this up. So okay, fine. So this chart over here compares season 11 to season 12. Season 11 being the one on top, quite obviously. Where can I put it? Yeah, season 11's up there, and season 12's down there. So you will notice a general trajectory. The general trajectory is called down. That means people are not interested. People are leaving it because they don't like it. That's really that's really the bottom line. So let's compare that. Let's throw into it Capaldi's first year, right? And then we'll see that. Then we'll see the first year starts pretty similar to Jodie's first year, but it has a different trajectory. And this trajectory is the same for all of the Capaldi seasons. It starts high, it goes down, it dips, and then it recovers towards the end. Whereas the Jodie era starts high, goes down on a nosedive, and it will pull up slightly out of that nosedive towards the end. Like that last highest figure over there. Where do I point it? This last figure. Where do I put my finger? Yeah. See where my finger's pointing? That last figure there goes up because it was that was the New Year's Day special resolution. If not for that, the decline would be much more obvious. But okay, I'll put it in. Why not? I always do want to be fair. So okay, so that's the first year. Let's compare it to the second year of Capaldi, and so these are the first 2 years of Capaldi, first 2 years of Whittaker. I think we can see again the trends remain the same. Whittaker's season is on a downward trajectory constantly. It has been from the beginning, where Capaldi's dips and recovers. That's what happens every year. So now they want to go, but Capaldi is part. Let's look at season 10, which shows a much favorable more favorable comparison, and will demonstrate that the ratings are exactly the same as Capaldi is. And let's go over to that. And no. Can we see no? I can see why they would think that, but again, the only reason it's clearly it's not as good as seasons 8 and 9, and I think Capaldi just really wasn't as attractive. That's probably why he wasn't an attractive man. attractive, charismatic man. That's probably why people stop watching. Although again, I think his season 10 was his best season. But that's just me. But here we see, when the ratings got to their very lowest, so ratings got really really low. They touched the level of season 12 ratings, and then they recovered, which season 12 didn't do. Season 12 is on a complete nosedive. That's just the reality. That's just the numbers. I'm sorry that you don't like it, but that's just the numbers. Fine, so let's actually go through the numbers, and first of all, just define our terms. There are several different ratings that we talk about. We have this one over here. This is called the overnights. This is the people who watch it overnight on TV. I guess would that include iPlayer as well? People watching on iPlayer? I really don't know. So then we have for the 7-day consolidated ratings. That's people who watch on iPlayer. And then they added this new thing called 4-screen, which is people who watch it on different devices. They watch it on a phone, watch it on an iPad, or I don't really understand why. I think the consolidated rating must be people who watch it on a laptop, and you had the 4-screen that gets people who watch it on a phone or on a tablet, which I really don't understand why they will. What would make a difference? But okay, that's basically it. So again, for season 10 they used the L28 figures, but only season 10. Season 8 and season 9 they used the 7-day figures, which is not the same. I think it's probably less than the 4-screen. Again, let's compare Capaldi's first 2 years with Whittaker's first 2 years. You using exactly the same, comparing apples to apples. The only difference is Capaldi didn't have the strong time slot that the strong and consistent time slot that Whittaker had. Also, Capaldi's his episodes were shown. I think was it the first where. When did that come out? Actually, I can look this up right now. I actually had everything prepared. Look at me. It came out. It doesn't tell me. Looking at 2014. I'm not sure when those episodes aired, but this the time of year that the episodes are airing now are really really solid. The late winter. The October, anything from October to February is a much stronger time slot than like March to May. Because people start to go outside and watch less TV then. So let's turn this off and let's actually look at the numbers, which are freaking glorious. Freaking glorious for somebody like me. So last week, with all that hype, with all that incredible hype, we had what's the episode called? It was the Ascension of the Cybermen, which I actually thought was a pretty good Cyberman episode, other than having Jodie Whittaker in it and written by Chris Chibnall. But I love the Cyberman design, I really did. That got a really low. That got the lowest ratings of the season on the overnights, 3.71. But then it actually did quite a bit better on the 4-screen and the consolidated. It got 4.99 when you got to the 4-screen. The consolidated, the iPlayer. So that gives it a bump of 1.28, where traditionally the bump's been closer to 1.2. So that's it had a lot more hype, which I think would explain the additional 80,000 viewers they got on the consolidated ratings. So then this week's episode they pushed like crazy. They pushed and pushed, had a Radio Times cover, which was freaking awful, and they hyped it, and all that hype didn't really do them much good at all. All that hype was really not good at all. They got a 3.78, which is the second lowest rating of the year for the overnight. So let's just be clear. Orphan 55, which was a terrible episode, which I think Orphan 55 may be. Okay, up until now I said Arachnids in the UK was the worst episode. So it's going to be. Actually, I should do a video of that, ranking the worst episodes of Doctor Who. That's actually going to be hard to. So Orphan 55, which I think is really one of the worst episodes of all time, got a higher overnight rating than the Timeless Children, which goes to show you the British public's attitude towards Doctor Who, which is they don't like it. People don't like boring lectures, which is what Doctor Who is, a boring lecture. Yeah, if they want to bring the ratings up, have a charismatic male to front the show and quit with all the agenda. When I say quit with the agenda, stop screaming things that everybody agrees with. Everybody agrees that everybody's equal. Everybody agrees that skin color isn't a way to judge somebody, apart from the Twitterati. Everybody agrees this. You don't have to screen these things. This assumption that you're making because elections didn't go the way that you think they should have done, that's because there are racists coming out of everywhere and Nazis have taken control of the world, is a delusion. It's a complete delusion. It's quite an insulting one as well. And the person who insults the most, I think, is Jodie Whittaker, because it was a big deal to have a female doctor. I see that. I really do see that, and I was on board for that. But then they saddled her with this ideological just nonsense that was devoid of entertainment value. And you made Jodie Whittaker into a failure. She is a failure. She came out, had a podcast after her first episode, did well, said, "Hey, I proved that I could do it. I proved I could do it." No, you didn't. You didn't. You should have waited before you said mission accomplished. That's always kind of a good advice. You should have waited and waited to see where the figures came out, because you haven't proved it. You proved that you are a failure in the role. Maybe, I don't know, if you're going to continue, go back and watch some Doctor Who. Have a little bit of an idea of what this character is and what this show is. Don't go on what your assumptions of what it is. Actually go and watch it for yourself, Jodie, and watch who the character is. And then maybe you can play it, although I really genuinely think it's beyond your acting ability. I really do. I think it's beyond Jodie Whittaker's acting ability. I think it's beyond Chris Chibnall's writing ability to produce good Doctor Who. I'm hoping against hope that HBO goes, this is not what we paid for. We didn't pay for this unpopular piece of pap. Although that's very unlikely. Maybe they will. I can only hope that they did. They do say that, because my biggest hope is that they filmed the Dalek episode and Whittaker regenerates at the end, and they got a good 8 months before they start shooting. That's enough time to get in a brand new production team, which I really, really hope they do. It's I'm hoping that Piers Wenger would rather not be an abject failure than and admit and tacitly admit he got something wrong by hiring Chibnall and going down this route. I would love to believe that, but I don't know, because the people are just freaking crazy and idiots, and that's really the bottom line. So that's the state of Doctor Who right now. It's not good. It's not doing well. My name is Sylvester and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop, and have yourself a fantastic day.